The backhand return is a major stroke in the modern game, as the service is generally directed to the backhand side. There are two types of backhand returns, the slice return and the topspin return. Both returns have variety depending on whether the serve is a first or second service. The first serve usually gives the returner little time and passes the returner about waist height. On the other hand, the second serve generally gives the returner more time and as well, if the service is a kicker, will bounce about shoulder height. When the first serve comes onto the receiver quickly, a fast shoulder turn with the racket going straight back is required. Generally, a flat racket face on contact with the ball, together with a modified follow-through, gives a blocking action. A slice block action can also be used, but will be less effective as the ball will be returned more slowly.
Ivan shows how to use a slice backhand to return serve. Notice his straight arm to control the ball and his modified follow-through.
The power of the service is used by the returner, thus a large backswing is not required.
From this angle, we can also see the straight backswing and short follow-through as Ivan slices the return. Watch his straight arm action, which is used for control.
A second serve, excellent topspin backhand return from the backhand court.
Notice how he keeps an open stance throughout the stroke. His power comes from a large shoulder turn and his longer backswing.
In contrast, a slice return is effective if the returner is faced with a kicking topspin serve at shoulder height. The reason is that the slice action comes down behind the ball and keeps the ball spinning in the same direction.
This unusual shot shows how to time the split step to when the server strikes the ball. Steffi shows the split step, side-on turn and swing. You can almost see the ball spinning backwards as it comes towards you.
The use of the left hand in keeping control of the racket head is very important.
Mats uses a slice backhand for a fast first service. Notice the use of the left hand to control the backswing, the open stance and the straight arm action for control. He also moves forward and takes a large split step. Yannick also uses his left hand excellently on his backswing. He positions himself side on and has a traditional follow through for a slice backhand. Note throughout this whole sequence how all players split step before returning serve. The split step action stretches the muscles in the upper legs and stores energy. This stored energy is used to move in the direction of the serve. Ivan shows us the short straight backswing and how to use a modified follow through. He strikes the ball with a perfectly flat rack base. Darren returns first service with a topspin return. Notice the straight backswing and use of the left hand in controlling the racket head positioning. On the forward swing, he contacts the ball with a vertical racket face and the racket head rises sharply, imparting topspin. Boris also hits a topspin return. He has slightly more movement on his backswing, contacts the ball with a flat racket face, and the racket lifts sharply, but is a short action. Note his open stance and large shoulder turn. Stefan moves back to position himself so that he has more time to hit a full topspin return of serve. This action is identical to a topspin backhand drive. When the serve kicks off the court and comes to the returner at shoulder height, it generates pace. By turning side on and using this pace from the ball, the arm is kept straight from the shoulder to control it. Ivan shows us how to do this with a perfect return action. What a great angle to observe Boris moving forward and split-stepping before hitting a slice return on a high ball. The forward movement adds power and the straight arm action, the control. Petra shows us how to return a chest-high ball with a topspin return. He uses his right hand to control the racket head and position it under the ball height. Then he moves into the side-on position, hits the ball with a vertical racket face, and lifts the racket sharply to impart topspin. There are a number of things to observe on Thomas's return. Firstly, the large split step. Then the movement of the grip as he changes from a forehand to a wrist behind backhand grip and takes a straight back swing. And finally, watch the racket face on the forward swing as it imparts topspin. Ivan returns a high service with a spin return. Watch on the backhand as he moves his hand further on top of the grip so that he ensures that the racket face will be vertical on impact. Gabriella waits with her wrist behind the grip, moves forward and split steps. She positions herself side on and has a full topspin swing on this return of serve. The server attempts to serve into Miloslav's body. He has a very short backswing, stays in an open stance, and has almost a full follow-through. This is a perfect counter-attack return. Mark uses a straight back swing on his two-handed return. He positions himself side on and the forward swing rises sharply in a topspin action. Andre shows a perfect counter-attack from a good first service. As he reaches for the ball, he modifies his backswing to a perfect straight back action, moves into the ball, and also modifies his follow-through into a short, sharp rising action, thus imparting top-spinning power. Mats has more time for his return. His backswing is a slight lift and his follow-through a full action. Notice his open stance throughout the return.
Boris perfectly executes a return from a powerful first service. He has a large split step, short backswing, and watch the racket face on impact.
Boris's action requires a powerful forearm.
From behind, we can see the racket action required for a backhand topspin return from a fast first service.
Notice the split step, large shoulder turn and open stance. On the follow through, observe the grip with the wrist slightly behind and the finishing position of the racket. From this angle we can observe the power of Boris's return. His split step and shoulder turn are beautifully executed. It is a great angle for observing the forward swing, especially watching the racket face and swing path.
The backhand slice return can be used as an approach shot from a second service. This is known as a charge.